Yo, what is up, you guys? It's Commentating FC coming, or the Unseen One here, back at it again with another commentary. And today I'm bringing you guys a Monster 116 Non-Lethal on Black Ops 2 by It's Our Lobby. I hope you guys do enjoy that in the background. But first, before we get into the gameplay quickly, I want to say you guys probably do not recognize who I am. I'm the Unseen One, and I'll get to that in just a moment. But first, anyways, going back onto the gameplay today, if you guys want to go see the guy who got this gameplay, obviously, like I said, It's Our Lobby. All links in my description down below. This is actually an old account that he got this on. The gameplay kind of old, but it's still a really good gameplay nonetheless. So if you guys want to go see monster gameplays from him, definitely go check him out. Awesome dude, awesome player. Anyways, all links to my description down below. But first, you guys once again probably do not recognize who I am. I'm a commentator for Carnage Clan as well as now TapX. I actually just joined TapX today, the day I'm recording this, and this is going to be more of my intro commentary, but I'm going to be doing a life story in just a moment here. So anyways, like I said, I'm a commentator. I commentate for Carnage Clan as well as TapX as well as my own channel, obviously. And I post Call of Duty content on my own channel. Obviously, I'm nearing 1,000 subscribers, so it'd be awesome if you guys would come on over and check me out. I just recently passed over 700, and I've done it in a little over a month. So if you guys want to go check out some commentaries for myself, I post life stories, all that good stuff, and some motivational commentaries, a really good variety of commentaries, I like to say. Go check out me. All links to me are in the description down below. But anyways, moving on from that, today I want to speak about a life story about the time I saw two teachers get into a massive fight. This was during my middle school years. I'm now a junior in high school. But anyways, moving off of that, let's get right down in today's commentary. So once again, like I said, this was during my middle school days. I was, I believe, 7th or 8th grade. It was one of those two. And this happened during lunch. And I mean, it happened middle of lunch, end of lunch. So obviously it's going to be after everyone's kind of eating and all that stuff. So there's these two basketball teachers who really hated each other. I mean, they didn't like hate each other, but at the same time, they did not like each other one bit. And I can't recall their names because obviously, who cares about your middle school gym teachers, because half of them are really creepy dudes. And if you guys want to actually hear another life story about the time I caught one of these guys watching porn with another friend of mine at the school that I went to in middle school, I'll definitely tell that story. It was possibly one of the most awkward things I've ever had. And thankfully, the man wasn't just working the works, if you catch my drift here. He was just watching it. Obviously, who does that? But anyways, moving on from that. So basically, these two guys hated each other a lot. They really didn't like each other. And one was actually a Duke fan, and the other was a Maryland fan. And one was a really hairy dude, the other was a creep. The creep was the guy who I was talking about just previously with that life story that I was going to do if you guys wanted me to. Anyways, I'm getting myself confused here. But anyways, moving on from that. So these two guys really did not like each other. And this was just after the Maryland-Duke game. And I believe this was when Maryland beat Duke. It was a couple years back, obviously. And Maryland beat Duke the night before. And I mean, this was kind of crazy because usually Duke beats Maryland, obviously, since Duke's a better basketball team. If you guys aren't basketball fans, Duke and Maryland, they're pretty big rivals. So, I mean, it's nothing too crazy, but at the same time, they're pretty big rivals. But anyways, moving off of that, they basically just started talking about the game at lunch. Me and my friends are sitting there. They're close to us, so we could hear them, and we're just listening and seeing what they're thinking about the game, since obviously most of us watch it. Since I'm from Maryland, I listen, obviously, to most of the games, watch the games as well. And we were watching the game last night. Obviously, a couple of my friends came over and we watched it. So we were talking about the game prior to this. So we were listening to see what their own input of it. Obviously, the Maryland guy is going to be a little douchebag to the guy who likes Duke. And I mean, and this Duke guy got really mad fast. The really creepy dude, he got mad really, really fast. And I mean, this man could not handle his anger ever, it seemed. And they were both really big basketball fans, so they're pretty competitive in gym class. I mean, these two people went at it all the time on like one-on-ones for basketball and that stuff. And then they said, all right, I bet you I can beat you on a one-on-one, is what the creepy guy said. Or the Duke fan. So they went into the auxiliary gym, obviously, and this wasn't, it's the auxiliary gym, I'd say, is half the size of the normal gym. It's like half court, so obviously they played full court one-on-one. So a couple of my friends and myself went on over to the auxiliary gym to go watch them play. And I mean, let me remind you, there's still probably about 20 to 25 minutes left in lunch, so obviously there's still enough time to play the game. So we all sit down in the auxiliary gym to watch them play. They start playing, you know, just tossing back and forth shots. Obviously, they both are gym teachers, so, I mean, they're actually somewhat athletic, but at the same time, they obviously don't have a career in sports. So they kind of suck at sports, so they're just going back and forth, hitting rim, obviously. They weren't really making any shots. Obviously, they only could make their layups, and they're just kept going at it. I mean, they're kind of talking some shit too at the same time. So they're really starting to get mouthy, I guess you could say, really starting to get into some kind of heated argument. And obviously this all I was about to say sprawled, all sprouted from, like, I'd say the Duke and Maryland game, because obviously they didn't like each other in the first place, and of course they're fans and they're rivals. So I mean, there's going to be a little bit of beef right after a game, of course, because everyone knows that there's always a little bit of hate sent to one another right after games. And they started to get into a heated argument, right? And one of them missed the shot, and the other went up for the rebound. And the guy tried coming from behind him and getting the rebound. And the hairy guy, who was the Maryland fan, he smacked it into the ground, right? And I mean, this ground is not hard, soft. It's obviously a hardwood floor, so it's going to hurt a little bit when you fall, if you take a fall, especially being pushed from the back hard. I mean, it obviously wasn't an intentional push, but at the same time, he went in with his shoulder trying to go for the rebound. And then the hairy guy gets up and confronts creepy guy here. And I mean, they started getting into a heated argument, like I said, and all of a sudden, the hairy guy pushed him back, and then the creepy guy just went all out. I mean, this man straight up put up his fist, ready to fight. And all of a sudden, the hairy guy ran over and just started unleashing on him. I mean, started sending punches right into his damn chest. Like, I mean, Jackie Chan type shit. Just that kind of shit right into his chest. And I mean, this was some crazy stuff, because who expects to see two teachers get into a fight? And I mean, probably 5 seconds later, 2 security guards ran in, obviously, since they don't want more of that crap happening, and broke up the fight. But, I mean, Creepy Dude was not going to take the W. I'll tell you that right now. He had the mean L, like, tattooed on his goddamn forehead. And, obviously, Hairy Dude got away with the W. But, obviously, they didn't show up for a couple more days, because I'm pretty sure they got, like, suspended as teachers, which, obviously, is kind of weird. And I guess we had some subs for the next couple of days. But, at the same time, this was just, I thought I'd share this experience with you guys, because I thought it was kind of funny how, all of a sudden, a little basketball, well, obviously not a little basketball game, how rivals can get into such feelings about that stuff. But anyways, I hope you guys did enjoy the life story. If you guys want to see more life stories from myself, all links in the description down below. If you guys want to see more Beast gameplays, go check out It's Our Lobby. He's an awesome dude and an awesome player. Once again, this has been the commentary you never see coming, and I'll catch you guys later. Alright, peace.